Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It is that time of the week again. These weeks just seem to keep rolling by so fast. Before I know it, Christmas will be here. I didn't say that. Anyway, grab a drink, grab a project. I forgot to make a drink, so I'll be alright for a while. Yeah, kids were meant to go back to school yesterday. I got an email about an hour ago saying I thought they were coming back after Easter. I never actually said that. The lady who came to collect the kids' schoolwork assumed that before they broke up. Anyway, she set him up with, I say him, Tyler, with a My Tutor thing. So it's like on a ratio of 1 to 3. So 1 tutor, 3 students to help him catch up with his work. Because I know he's missed out on a lot of work and there's only so much you can do at home. So it's just to help him catch up, but it would be after school hours. So it's like 3:30. She's asked him if he can log in today to make sure it's working. So I'll get him onto that. Other than that, nothing really exciting going on. It's the usual stitching. I'm working on Riley's Avengers today. I was meant to get it out last week and just never did. So I pulled it out yesterday. I did 6 stitches short of 500, so I apologise if the camera shakes. I'm trying not to knock it as much as I can. But you know, you're kind of limited with space. Anyway, I've signed up this week, oh crikey, to all of Enchanted Stitching, Magical Stitches, and still the monthly bookshelf challenge. So this week's going to be full of stitching. I think I kind of did it on purpose so that it'd force me to kind of pull the stitching out and crack on with it. So this was one of the prompts which I completed yesterday. I'm going to have to pull another one out this afternoon to do another prompt. The weather here is like amazing. My front room the last couple of days has hit like 25 degrees and that is so warm to us. I know to a lot of other people, they'll kind of look at that and go, is that all? But trust me, for us here in the UK, that's pretty warm. And it's been nice. We've had one day where it wasn't quite warm enough to sit in the garden because there was a bit of a chilly wind. And then I think yesterday it was really, really warm. I think I missed. And I did manage to sort my stitching last week. Thank goodness. Sometimes I just find I get myself in such a tiz-was with it. You know, all for the sake of marking off a couple of stitches you haven't done, and it throws you so far off. It's ridiculous. But then because you've got the video camera going as well, you kind of get a bit flustered. Well, I do anyway. We're all currently sort of not worrying. So I'm trying to think of the right word. My Dad, has been to visit my brother a couple of times to lend him some power tools and stuff. And every time he's seen him, he's noticed that my dad has a head shake. And the more he sees him, the worse it seems to be. But it's he's quite a stubborn man, is my dad. Very stubborn. Sorry guys, I can see you shaking. He's one of these people where you just don't mention it, because it'll annoy him or frustrate him. So you say nothing but make observations. So either he's not the sort of person to let you know either. If he knows he's got something wrong, he won't tell you. Such a stubborn ass he is. I think that's just his generation though. Mind you, my granddad could be stubborn too, which is his dad, was his dad. But he always said my dad was a stubborn mule. Boy, did we know it. So yeah, we're kind of watching his health decline. I mean, he's 67. He turned 67 last month. So you kind of expect the health to go down a bit as he gets older. You know, I'm not naive to any of that. Oh no, what have I done? No, it's me, Wally. Wrong hole. I don't want to repeat of last week, thanks. But yeah, anyway. He's still working. He's a mobile carer, which I used to do a few years back. Do you know what? It was the most rewarding job I've ever had. The people you look after, they're so grateful to you. And then in turn, I was so grateful to them, because it was people like me that were going into my granddad to look after him. Dementia's such an awful thing, and Alzheimer's. To watch the decline. Someone you know and love. It's awful. And for me granddad, it seemed quite quick actually, the decline. Right, let's tie that off. I can still see you wobbling. No, actually, I'm not going to do that on this one. Bear with me, you're getting a close-up. This is so awkward when you've got a camera on as well. Sorry. Oh, I got it. Oh, you've got to love that squeak. Right, let's move on. We're going to go this colour next. And this is rather a bright purple. I don't know if that shows. Yeah, it does. Oops. Oh dear. Been in pain myself today. I feel like I've slept funny. You know when you get up and you feel like you've got a bit of a crick neck and it goes down into your back? Yeah, I've got up with that this morning, and then when I've tried to, as you do, stretch. Yeah, that hurt. Oh, why does it... You can tell I'm used to working on 25 count. I just had that as a single strand then. This is the only one I've got that's on 18 count. Zoom out. Zoom in. Okay. Where am I? Nope, underneath. And I still go to put it in from the top to do the pin stitch. 2, 3, 4. 4. That one. I've had my son on the phone this morning. He's applied for a new job. I can't say I blame him. He had a complaint put in against him by one of the other staff members. Something that was supposed to have happened, I'm not sure. I get lost with all the ins and outs. But anyway, they suspended him for, I don't know, a number of weeks, 2-3 weeks maybe, while they did an investigation. And Reese even said to me, I know who's done it. Well, I said, keep your mouth shut, keep your head down. You know, if you didn't do anything, then it'll come out you didn't do anything, so don't stress about it. And I was right. 2 weeks later, they interviewed a load of staff, if that's what you want to call it, you know. And it was found out to be a pile of rubbish. 3. So ever since then, he's been a bit guarded. So he's just, he can't do it anymore, he said. So he's applying for a new job. He's got an interview on Thursday. I hope he gets it, because I know he's not happy where he is now. And there's such long days as well. If he does the day shift, he has to be in at 7 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. It's a long haul for a day. And then he has 2 days off. And then it's a full day again and 2 days off. And it'll just keep going like that. The shift he's on at the minute, which is what they call the split shift, he has to be in for 7, get them all up and dressed and ready for school, for their special education school, which is attached to the building. And then he'll come home while they're at school. He'll go back then again for 3 o'clock, I think, for when school finishes for them. And then he's on till 10 o'clock at night, which is a bit silly, really, because you're like to and froing all day. I don't think I could do that. I remember once working a morning shift, and the team leader came and said, look, we need someone on the night shift with one short. Do you fancy it? And it was like, oh my gosh. Do you know what? Yeah. I was only like 21 then. 22. So I went home from the morning shift at 2 o'clock. Tried to get some sleep. Yeah, that wasn't happening. And back in again for then 10 o'clock that night and do a night shift. I couldn't do that now. Oh my gosh. My sister works nights at the minute. I don't even think I could cope with just that. Anyway, so how have you guys been for the past week? Been up to much? I know over here things are opening up again. I say slowly, but it seems quite fast actually. But where my dad lives and works, he said it's quiet, people, but theirs is such a high case area. Is that the right way of putting it? So it's still quite quiet where he is at the moment. He's been fully vaccinated now. He's had both. And so has his wife. And I'm still happy to not have it, thank you. Not that I mean, my dad's had it and that's up to him. I'm not one of these people that just because I don't want it, I should voice my opinions onto everyone else. Everyone's entitled to think their own thing, and, I'm not going to knock anyone for saying I want the vaccine. My dad was one of those at the start. I don't want it, But then he decided, well, all these old people he goes into every day, I think he felt like he owed them a bit more than that, so far it's all been good for him. So I apologise if you can hear my stomach. It's deciding it wants to be loud. We tried to watch a film this morning. Oh my gosh, it's been hilarious. We paused it because I don't have live TV. I only have like Netflix and Hulu and whatever. And Tyler come down. He started watching it. And he needed to do his papers. So we said, look, we'll pause it. We'll put it on when you come back. So he comes back. We put it on. And then my phone rings and it's Reese. And that's when we found out about him applying for another job. We were on a call for about half an hour, 45 minutes easy. I gets off the phone to him, puts the film back on, and then my dad rings me. Tyler's like, I'm going upstairs now. So I'm going to have to put it on later. Because Riley's going to want the telly now. Oh, we had an Xbox dilemma. Oh, my days. Riley thought his left arm had been cut off. What's happened was there's a hard drive inside the Xbox. And I'm only telling you what my other half has said because I haven't got a clue. Anyway, for some reason the games just kept booting them off every time they tried to play a game. And in the end, my other half tried to format the hard drive because he's tech savvy. He knows what he's doing. So if he said it needs this, I'd trust him. So he formatted the hard drive, restored the software it needed, and then it just stopped working altogether. So you couldn't play games. The screen would just be black. So, oh my days. We've spent a couple of days. Yeah, because it's been like Saturday it went. So we spent a couple of days looking for new hard drives. But my other half says the best one is, I don't know, an SSD, something or another. I don't really do technology. I know how to work my phone, that's about it. And I sort of know my way around a Chromebook. Hey, do you know what? I sorted out them Google Forms. I did it. I wasn't sure if it would save, but it did. It is where I left it, so yay, go me. Anyway, so yeah, we were looking around for these disk drives. And the cheapest we could get it was £79 just for this tiny little, I'm not kidding, it's about that big. That's it. £79 just for that. And when the lady delivered it, my other half come walking into the kitchen going, there's something wrong here. I said, why? He said, feel the box. The box was just, it actually felt like there was nothing in it. I swear to you, it felt like there was nothing in it. So he looked worried. So I said, well, grab your phone. I'll record you opening it. They can see it's sealed. Anyway, he opened the box. There it was. And he opened the box inside. And there it was. And it's, honestly, it was like holding a piece of paper in your hands. So light. So, like yesterday, Riley was pacing. Rob was pacing, waiting for this damn hard drive to arrive because we did it on a 24-hour delivery. But they couldn't give you a time. So it was just pace the floor. And then I think it was just in the afternoon it arrived. About 2 o'clock maybe. And then him and Riley then went upstairs to get the Xbox sorted out. And he got it working, and Riley was like so chuffed. And it loads so much faster apparently. All I know about an Xbox is how to play Sonic Tennis, is it? When Riley's been really bored, he's asked me to play. And I've tried playing Call of Duty. You've got no chance. Absolutely no chance. Like, they'll sit there going, this button's for like just swinging around in a 360. This button's for sidestepping left or right. And then that button's for crouching. No. I can't get on with it. I work my Nintendo DS. I love my DS. I absolutely love the Professor Layton games. And what I love most, it's not so much the story, like, because it tells you the story as you're playing. It's the puzzles that it gives you to solve. Some of them are like so easy, and some you really have to think about, and that's what I like. I like something that makes you think. Because sometimes it's just something as simple as the way it's worded. It's really funny, and it confuses you. Like the one, it showed you a picture of a girl with an ice cube block, and inside the block is something that her cousin or something has sent for her. But it says 1 cup of hot water will melt this much ice. The ice block is this big. How many cups of hot water will it take to melt the ice block? And then on the top screen, it shows you the picture of the little girl with the ice block. And there's a fire behind her. And the answer is none, because the fire will melt it quicker. It's really, it's something as daft as that. Or it'll give you 2 containers, one 5 litre, one 7 litre, and it wants 3 litres. And you've kind of got to figure out how to chop and change the bottles. And yeah, that's my kind of thing. Keeps my brain alive. So when you're stitching or crocheting, you're not having to so much think, are you? Whereas this really, and I love a good Sudoku puzzle as well. Ellie keeps trying them. She does try, bless her. Sometimes I think she's got it, and then she'll come back and go, I'm confused. She did yesterday. She said, but I can't find out where a 1 goes, and it was so obvious. I tell you another puzzle I like as well. Sorry, I'm just letting you know what I'm into. It was something my mum introduced to me when I was a teenager, because she could tell I like puzzles and reading, which was quite like her actually. And it's these puzzles where it gives you several boxes, and like down one side it'll have names, places, and so on, and then across the top it'll have similar. And what you've got to do is it'll give you clues like Mark had 3 more of this item than Cheryl, and you've got to kind of tick the tick boxes. But if there's a tick in that box, there's no more down that column. There's also none across that row. No? Yeah, there'll be none across that row either, so you kind of put X's in the other boxes. I know they have a name, but I can't for the life of me think what it is. But yeah, my mum introduced, that's too short. My mum introduced me to them. And they really take some thinking. Worse than Sudoku, I think. Sorry guys, I'm trying not to keep up. Yeah. It's so quiet in my house at the minute, I'm just surprised. Ellie and Riley have been having see, my kids do have their moments. I'm not saying they're angels all the time. They do certainly do have their moments. They've been fighting over a DS game this morning, which is Riley's, but, you know, share. And then when you ask Ellie for something of hers, if you can play with it. It works two ways. But yeah, neither of them were having any of it. Not today, anyway. It's just one of them days. But usually they're the days I don't get much done because I feel like I'm a referee on them days. Oh no, I've already got... Look, I haven't even started stitching. Oh, it's popped out. I was going to say, I haven't even started stitching and I've already got a knot. How rude. So yeah, what have you guys got planned for this next week or so, next weekend? Anything exciting? I need to buy a heat gun. You know, the ones you can use to strip paint? I need one of those. I can't be done with sanding. That'll take me forever because the amount of layers of paint there are, yeah, you'd just be there forever. And the mess. So I'd rather a heat gun and a scraper. And I need to do that. My bathroom windowsill has been peeling for ages since I moved in, and I've just never... I know that seems like laziness, but since we've had loads to do in this house since we moved in, the people who lived here before absolutely trashed it. They drew kiddie painting pictures all over the wall, like something a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old would paint. And it was all that blooming wood chip wallpaper. That's a nightmare to get off. So slowly over the years we've been kind of redecorating. Then when Reese moved out, sorting the bedroom out for Tyler. It's just been never ending. So it's not laziness, it's just that we've had a whole ton of other things to do. Missed. No. Don't you just love it when you miss the hole by like one tiny little thread? I do that so often, it's frustrating. And then me and Rob were looking at each other the other day, because we've got 2 cats, so we have cat insurance on each of them, so that if anything happens, you'd think the insurance would cover it apart from the £85 excess we have. Anyway, Kelly messaged me the other day saying, you know, she got cat insurance and she took her oldest cat Skits to the vets because she's just losing weight left, right and centre. They found nothing wrong with her, that she's just being fussy. And out of all the charges, her cat insurance paid £15. That was it. And there was something like £200-300 in charges, and they paid £15. So me and Rob were just looking at each other. Is there really any point in having cat insurance? You know, it's meant to be there to help you. We pay £40 a month for our 2. And one of them is with the pet plan people she's got hers with. So it's kind of, keep it or not. I mean, Kelly, oh my God, she was paying over £100 a month because now she has 7 cats. The latest 3 she ended up with just because the charity that had them, they were going to look after them until they could find a new home, but the lady who run the charities, her health has declined. She can no longer do the charity anymore. So Kelly's kind of been left to fend for herself now with the 3 extra cats. It's a shame, but she loves them. Absolutely. Yeah, we call her the crazy cat lady. She calls herself the crazy cat lady. And then it's funny, someone posted a post on Facebook and said, we found a cat or something near the school or in the school. Any idea whose it is? And someone put underneath it, have you tried that lady Kelly across from the school? She's got loads of cats. She sent me a picture saying I'm famous. That was quite funny. Everyone knows her as the cat lady. Well, it's been half an hour already. Sounds like my other half's come down for a drink. That didn't sound good. Oh, my back is killing today. I think I'm leaning funny. Either that or the pain in my neck's moved and it's going down my back on the side. Feels like it. But sometimes I find I'm leaning and I don't even know it. Am I the only one there? It's only when your back starts hurting you think, actually I'm not sat up straight. I won't keep you guys much longer. A, because Riley wants the telly. And B, I wouldn't want to bore you to death. Although I love watching Stitch with Me's. I just sit here, stitch away and listen. While Riley's got the telly on, I've got my headphones on. And Riley is a terrible, terrible talker when he's watching the telly. He's awful. If we put a film on, he's constantly asking questions and asking questions. Why are they doing that, Mum? And it just drives you insane. Well, Riley, this is the first time I'm watching the film as well, so I don't know. Yeah, but surely. No, Riley, I don't know. So inquisitive, that boy is. He asks questions that even I wouldn't think to ask. Oh my gosh, what was it the other day? He asked me a question and I just looked at him. Really? I can't for the life of me think what it was, but it was... Yeah, I just kind of looked at him and thought, even I would have never thought to ask that question. But he loves the crime scene programs and stuff like that. Same as me. But I have to put him on when he's not around because he asks too many questions. I mean, he even asked me last night, so, no, this conversation just came random out of nowhere. He just said, so, people can be convicted of murder if they find one of your hairs at the scene. Just by that hair. I said, no. I said it would prove you've been near the scene or you have visited that scene at some point, but it doesn't prove you were there at the time when it happened. And you could see him really thinking about it. Have I just done... No, I haven't done that row. What am I doing? But yeah. Anyway, guys. I'm going to go. I'm going to let Riley have the telly. I'm going to put my headphones on. And I'm going to watch me some floss tube. Ouch. Some floss tube and Stitch with Me's. So enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Have a fabulous, fabulous weekend. Hopefully the weather's nice. And I will see you on Sunday for my regular floss tube. Take care. Bye, guys.